Okay, so my name is Michaela McGowan, and I am doing my midterm for FCSC 3210. And I am going to talk about a toy. It's not really necessarily a toy for me. It's more of a, it can be played like during circle time or activity, different things. So you can just call it a toy, but whatever you want to call it. This is what it looks like. This is what it is. And it has 20 parts to it. So, the thing that I decided to do was positive interactions for preschoolers. And I decided to use positive interactions because so many kids have trouble with using positive interactions or positive gestures towards their friends. So I decided that would be something cool for them to do. So this is the package that it came in. It came in, so I still want the cards up, but this is what it came like. The cards were, of course, right there. And then it came with 10 of those, and it came with this and a cardboard thing behind it. So, this is called isohedron. I'm not sure what that is. I mean, I guess because it's 20 sides, but yeah. So, and on the back, it has the directions. It gives you materials you need, which is scissors, glue, or tape. You can use glue stick, double-sided tape, markers, pencils, and crayons. So I just used markers because I wasn't going to color each individual thing. It would take too long. So it tells you cut the triangles, decorate each triangle if desired. So I just did it with marker and put 20 different gestures, positive gestures, or positive interaction on there. It shows you how to do the, this is the middle row, so it tells you start with the middle row. This is the top row, and this is the bottom. So I think the fourth step tells you to start with start with the middle row because it's easier because you got to put it upside down and stuff like that. So that's what that is. I purchased it at Dollar Tree, and it was $1. It doesn't necessarily say the year it was placed on market, but throughout the years that I've been through Dollar Tree, I haven't really seen this on their shows or anything. Age range, it doesn't have an age range, but for me, I'm going to use it for ages 4 to 5. It can be used for 3 to 5, or 3 and up, because I would say that like toddlers wouldn't really understand the concept of throwing it and using that positive gesture in in the center or something like that. So the company name at the top is Teaching Tree. So like if you go to Dollar Tree, and this is what all their if you go to the teaching area, this is what all their teaching stuff is through. The contents, like I said, it has 20 sheets of the little cards that I showed you. The durability, I mean, honestly, if you was to punch this, and honestly, kids can tear it up if they really wanted to. That's the only thing I do hate about it. So it's not like sturdy, but we're gonna see how long it lasts whenever I do decide to use it. The purpose I decided to use for this was, like I said, positive gestures or positive interaction, because so many kids like to use negative gestures towards their friends, or they'll laugh at their friends when something happens to them. So that's why I decided to use it. So I decided to use my NC foundations, and the one I decided to use, the goal that I decided to use, was children form relationship and interact positively with other children. And so with my NC foundations, it gives me a list of indicators that I can use. So that's why I decided to use this one, because this is something that happens something that happens to negatively than it does positive in the classroom. So the one I decided to use was demonstrate social skills with interacting with other children, turn taking, conflict resolution. So they have like different ones, and it says use language effectively to use conversations with other children, influence other children's behavior. So I kind of did a 2-in-1 because it's a mixture of both. It's a mixture of a lot of things. So with what they also have develop a sense of self with others. If you flip over to the next page, but this was for infants and toddlers, and the one that I had to use was for preschoolers, of course. So it gives you a list of different things. Like one of the ones I used was create opportunities for children to interact with others who are varying characteristics and abilities. So, like, say if a child is sitting alone, hey, would you like me to come sit with you, or can I be your friend? Can I come play with you? Stuff like that. So that's the reason why I decided to use, like, it's something that kids so often they see a friend sitting by themselves and they're like, oh, they're sitting by themselves. So another one is model asking for understanding the viewpoints and opinions of others. So like, how do you feel about this, or how's your day going, or what did you do today? Did your day good? Do you miss your mom? Stuff like that, So with this, I would explain to them what positive interactions are. So my objective was children will use positive interactions. Well, children will use 2 positive interactions. So that's why my objective. That's what my objective is. So I was explaining to them. I would have a whiteboard and explain to them. I use the whiteboard, white paper. I need markers, paper. But for my classroom, I don't have a whiteboard, so I was just gonna use white paper. So I'm gonna hang it up, and then we're gonna. I'm gonna see if the children can give me a positive interaction. So I will explain to them what a positive interaction is, and I explained to them is like using gentle touches or sharing with your friends, sharing one of your chores with your friends. So I know for some of the kids, they bring a show and tell. So I will have them to demonstrate what it would look like for them if they bring a show and tell toy in, and say, hey, you can play with my toy that I bring it for show and tell. Would you like to play with my toy that I bring for show and tell? So that's a positive interaction for them. And so I want to make it fun and not just boring, so they just sit there like, oh, wow, this is cool. And so after I explain to them what it is, I would explain to them how this works. So I would have them, so I would throw it to them, and they catch it, and whatever their right hand lands on. So I'm gonna throw it up, and my right hand lands on share toys with them. So I should have put friends and share toys instead of share toys with them. But my hand landed on share toys with them. So that's something that a child that child had to do. And then we're gonna do it again. And then my other one would be tell them what you like about them. So basically you tell your friend what you like about them for the day. So I would have them, it'll be throughout the day, so it's not just one activity. It'll be throughout the day. Sometimes it can be just one activity, but I prefer it to be throughout the day because it just doing this at one period of time, then it doesn't really interest them. So I would have them go to centers or go to an area where, or go to centers or go to tabletop, and during that time they would so whatever their 2 positive interactions are, positive interactions are, they are to use them. And if they find out, if I find that they're using them, or if I see them using them, or one of their friends or someone comes telling me, hey, such and such is using a positive interaction, Miss Michaela. Well, hey, that student gets a sticker, and their goal is to achieve both of those stickers. Now, if they use more than just those positive interactions, then that's good. So that means they understand what positive interactions are. And the more that they use it, the more they get used to it. So they're not just, so say if a friend fall outside, they're not just laughing at them. They actually go up and to help them. So that's why I want to make sure that this instills it in their body, or instills in their head, because so many times that I've seen a child fall and nobody goes to help them up but me. I mean, yes, I'm the teacher, I'm supposed to, but I want to make sure that their friends are doing it too, because the more they feel like their friends are going to, then they feel better. Or say if they're crying because they miss their mom, one of their friends go up to hug them. So it keeps them instilled in their head. It keeps them positive instead of negative throughout the day. And yes, you have not mental breaks. You have temper tantrums where kids are having meltdowns and stuff, and things are not going right. Well, we can play this and we can just demonstrate it. So it doesn't necessarily have to be throughout the day. It also can be where you do this during circle time, and that child, when y'all can sit in a circle, y'all can throw it around. And so say if, and let me just do something. Say if, ask a friend they need help. So that child will go over to, could be cleaning up, like trash off the floor. Someone can walk over to them and be like, hey, do you need help? Or a child could have knocked over a toy and knocked it on the floor. Someone can go over to them, do you need help? Or can I help you with this? Or something like that. So that is the reason why that's the reason why I really chose this. And I think this is really cool because it gives them, they may not be, I try to put it less words as possible so they can read it. If not, I can read it to them, or I can show them what one of the positive interactions, because I know some kids may not understand what a positive interaction is. So I can go, I can do an example. Okay, so say if my friend Joey comes up to me and he's looking sad, or he's sitting next to me, I can be like, hey Joey, are you okay? Can I help you with anything? Stuff like that. So that's a positive interaction that keeps them like, hey, oh, Miss Michaela is doing a positive interaction, why won't I do it? Or my friend is doing a positive interaction, why can't I do it? So this keeps them instilled in their bodies. And so it's not just, I can make an activity, so it's not just at one period of time, it's throughout the day. And I want to keep it throughout the day, because it's something you have to do throughout. It's just, you can't just keep it in one day, because if you just doing like in one setting, like, oh, we're going to do one activity, then like, oh, well, then I got to use it throughout the day. So I just want to make sure that they're using this throughout the day, and keeping that positive energy in our classroom. Now, the activity I wouldn't necessarily, during the activity, during the time, if I did have to do just one activity, I would do it during circle time. And I always would do it during circle time in the morning, because then it shows them, hey, well, throughout the day, I still got to do this. Well, Miss Michaela showed us what using just touches are. So it's kind of like using rules and regulations. It's kind of like doing different things, but it's also an activity for them. So doing it in the morning, we'll sit in circle time after we do a calendar, stuff like that. We would do it. I would throw it to them, and whatever their hand land on, whichever hand they choose, and they will read it to me. And if they need help, I will read it to them. So they would ask me. So say if a person needs help reading it, I would say, well, which hand are you going to choose, your right or left? So if they say they left, whatever they left hand landed on. Say if they left hand landed on helping a friend. Okay, so, well, that means you need to go demonstrate helping a friend so your classmates would know what helping a friend looks like. So that would be activity for the class throughout the day. I mean, that'd be activity for the class in the morning. And so that's like a circle time / gathering activity. So it gathers them what they need to do throughout the day to keep them positive interactions. So that's what I love about, that's what I really wanted to stick to when I did my lesson plan, because it's not only is it creative, because it keeps them thinking like, hey, I gotta remember, I want those 2 stickers, and I gotta, report back to Miss Michaela that I did my positive interactions. Maybe she see me, maybe she didn't see me, and if I don't get my 2 stickers, then my day, they feel like their day is ruined. So you give them incentives for doing good stuff. So that's why I say, hey, I want to get my 2 stickers, so I'm going to use my positive interactions. That's why I chose this. It keeps it instilled in the classroom. It keeps the classroom positive. Yes, you're going to have somebody in the classroom that feel like they don't have to do it. But, you always redirect them, positive gestures. So that's why you always redirect them using positive gestures. So even if they use negative stuff, you always can redirect them using positive gestures, because that's still you using positive interactions with them. So maybe they'll get it. And honestly, I think they will get it. It'll be fun because they'll look forward to do that every morning. Every morning. So you do it every morning with them. They're like, oh, yeah, I get to do my positive interactions, so I get my stickers, Give them incentives for doing something. Not saying just because it's something they have to do, but you give them incentives for something that they're not used to doing. Because, excuse me, the more you give them incentives, they're like, yeah, I like doing this, or I want to use a positive gesture because I want those stickers. So it gives them time to think, it gives them time to interact with their friends, and they're not hurting their friends' feelings. So that's why using positive interactions, making sure they use positive interactions throughout the classroom, really helps them keep their friends together when they can be going through stuff. You never know what they're going through, so that's why this is a good topic, and that's why I chose children would choose I forgot it, I'm sorry. That's why I chose children form relationships and interact positively with other children. So thank you. That is my midterm. Again, my name is Michaela McGowan. And that is my toy and my lesson plan for my class. Thank you.